go for real, like I'm just... Hold on. Girl, I'm dialing you. Ever since I met you, I've been all over you. Burberry London is a smell on you. Gotta keep it player, I can't get too comfortable. Hey, girl, you know I'm jumping off the ropes. I ain't come to play. Been a nigga since forever, baby, it ain't much to say. Getting to the skrilla every time of day. Met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Hey, met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Like Kim K. Met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Hey, met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Like Kim K. Met a bad one on the way. Suit and tie, shorty, tell me what the business is. Got me feeling like this some official shit. Wear your fucking jersey and your whistle, bitch. I'm just trying to take it to the post like an N1. I'm just trying to work it like some errands. Slid into your middle like a fraction. Skeletons you bring up out the closet, shit is random. Yeah. Hey. Shorty, you ain't even gotta do that. Thinking in your head that I'm big cap, no cap. Baby, I'm official as a visa stamp. Baby, I'm official as a cookie stamp. Baby, I got the piece with the cookie stamp. People's child, hey. Nigga really think I found a bad bitch. Nigga know I really was bad. Nigga really think I found a bad bitch. Hey, girl, you know I'm jumping off the ropes. I ain't come to play. Been a nigga since forever, baby, it ain't much to say. Getting to the skrilla every time of day. Met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Hey, met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Like Kim K. Met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Hey, met a bad one on the way like Kim K. Like Kim K. Met a bad one on the way. Call it Kimmy Cakes. Hey. Just me. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch, nigga test me. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch, nigga test me. It was all good until they stole my wave. Hey. Why you wanna threaten to leave but wanna stay? Hey. LV in the wardrobe, baby, I feel like a checkerboard. Trophies on the mantle, baby, spinning on they block the score. What do you see when you look through these Cardi frames? What do you see? Nigga, my name ring bells, have you lost your brain? Bing. Shit feel better than the fucking freedom bills. Freedom bills, but the bars, we got it for sale. I had to pipe shit up, cause this bitch was scoring, I had to put on the alarm, cause this niggas back door. I had to pipe shit up, cause this bitch was scoring, I keep the effing with the green tips, but it be true to say, hey. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch, nigga test me. Baby, these eyes don't lie when you look into them. Why you say we into it when you know we good? I'm on a jet ski, I'm on a wave, come and catch me. Tag please, wish a bitch, nigga test me. Hey, fuck shit up, but I'm already knowing. I had to put on the alarm, cause these niggas back door. They want me fuck shit up, but I'm already knowing. I had to put on the alarm, cause these niggas back
Black African power was good, was happening. A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo, wait, man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Pseudo Killers on deck. And we come to do what we got to do, and we're going to do what we got to do. We standing tall, we standing strong. Pseudo Killers on deck. What's good, family? Look, man, we live in the building, man. Wait for the other Pseudo Killers to come on in, man. We're going to have a nice, lively show today. Look, man, if y'all going to be available, don't miss the debate. Y'all already know what it is, man. We gonna go ahead and light Sanchez ass up for being on the list of pseudoscientists. Man, you can go right to the list, and the list will clearly show you that the topic of the flat earth is just that. Pseudoscientific. Got a lot of pseudos out there, man, and it's amazing to me. Like, you know, I enjoy reading. And if I was to read something that clearly went against what I thought was the truth, I would actually have to examine that for real. But it seems like ignorance is bliss. Let's say again, ignorance is bliss. We should look that up. But the flat earth, man, certain words you can't even use. Flat earth, they don't even the flat. That's what we call it, the flat. I understand why people write there on that. I do. I get that. You know, I get it. Got something to do with your senses and evolution. We'll definitely be talking about that in the debate. But we definitely dialed in for the conversation, and we're going to definitely transmit science. So we had a lot of conversations on here. We were talking about race, kind of talked about that, and scientific racism is definitely on the list of pseudoscientific topics. It absolutely is. I wanted to try to find this thing right here real quick. But let me just see who in the building. Shout out to the people, man. Always appreciate the people and the support that everybody give, man. Got 42,000 in the building, man. So let the crowd build up a little bit. Yeah, we also streaming live on the Real Black Atheists. Shout out to the community of skeptics. We definitely gonna be going live on that tomorrow. You know, appreciate that. Man. So let me see. Real fast. Real quick. Let me get this up here, man. Let me shout out the people in the room, man. First, let me shout out the moderators, man. Shout out to Miss Tiffany, man. Appreciate that work, man. Black African Power, man. Pseudo Killers on deck. Shout out to CK the Poet, man. She works tirelessly in the Discord, man, and we definitely appreciate that. Appreciate that, CK, all day long. Juju. Pseudo Killer Official. Appreciate you, sis. All day. Appreciate your work. That's real. Timmy Turner. Yeah, the flat earth is actually dead. Make sure y'all get them tickets, man. Y'all need to do that. I see you, Ali. What it do? James. What's going on, James? Modest. What it do? James say, we must understand why professionals like me must not engage such pseudoscience. Yeah. Gull, I see you. What's going on? Henry. Kevin Henry, what it do? I see you, Davis. Know what it is? Keenan Wright. Man, make sure y'all support Abs You Wear, man. Spin Barrel in the building. Bennett, I see you. What's going on? Gary Hart popping up in there. I see you, Wavy, all day. Super Wavy in the building. What I'm saying is right. Strafey, did I say that right? Yeah. Yeah, rule of thumb, they made it up. Smalls, contributor to the Discord. Appreciate your tireless work in the Discord, man. Hey, man, drop that Discord link, man. Y'all get notifications early in what we doing, right? Y'all always welcome to dive on the panel first before anybody else. Definitely appreciate that. 764. The code. What's going on with you? The Late Show 42, man. What's good? Be in that car dropping them jewels, man. So let me start with the book, The War on Science. I don't know where everybody else at. Moving slow. Very, very, very slow. Mm. Where we at? Let me send out the link, man. Make sure everybody get the link. All right. So we just gonna keep moving. So come to the book, The War on Science, man. We can dive right in here right now. I see you, Bob Katz. What's up? I see you, 220 Love 07. That says the jacket. What's up? Tuck my yacht. Yeah, I see you, man. Discord contributor. Not as of late. Where the hell you been at, Tuck? Raising this family like you supposed to. Yeah. So maybe we looking at this wrong. Oh, hold on. And I done had some haters. Damn, I done had some haters this week. The audacity of some people. Mike. Damn, Shug. Man, you fell in the rabbit hole. Before we even read this, right? Nah, I'm going to read this. Let me do this first. You know, I ain't banging out, man. We keep a nice, clean show. I ain't going to bang out like that, man. I don't want to do that, man. Hey, you know, we got a physicist coming on too, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely going to play that for you. You know, we bringing experts through, so we can't partake in the complete foolery. Makes no sense. Then people, you know, the experts don't want to come on, but we bringing some experts through. Since the Juju, you know, is pushing forward, right, to get a special expert on. We're not going to talk about that, but shout out to Juju for that. I see you out. Posterius. Man, quiet in the server, but he in there dropping jewels and words of the day and everything else. He just won't pop up on that live. Let me playing with you, man. So, okay, we come right here to, let's see, chapter 2, Politics of Science. The politics of science is nothing new. Galileo, for example, committed a political act in 1610 when he wrote about the observations through a telescope. Y'all need to get a telescope. Shout out to the Space Age African Astronomy Club. Lead teacher, Pseudo Killer official, Mr. Space Age African himself, Brother Anthony. Jupiter had moons and Venus had phases, he wrote, which proved that Copernicus, look up Copernicus. You can find Copernicus, an excellent story. Neil deGrasse come here, the starry messenger, cosmic perspective on civilization, he talks about them. All right. Copernicus had been right in 1543. The celestial bodies did not all revolve around Earth. In fact, Earth revolved around the sun, not the other way around. As contemporary opinion, and the Roman Catholic Church held. So the Roman Catholic Church held that what? That the sun revolved around the earth. Religious organization, the Catholic Church. They had political sway, political power, and religious thinking. Although the Catholic Church actually sponsored science, man, see, people understand the power of science. Even the church understood the power of science, but sometimes when you get them answers that you don't want to hear, you fall right back into your religious sleep. And this is what's going on in communities. They trying to flare up the vaccine conversation after they clearly lost Mike the pseudo, Mike the conspiracy theorist, Mike the bald head suit wearing guy. That's Mike. Y'all know Mike, right? Yeah, the FDA guy, the guy that's afraid of FDA. But let me keep going. Catholic Church held. It says these were simple observations, immediately obvious to anyone who wanted to look through Galileo's telescope. So y'all know the story, man. They put Galileo on house arrest, man, in a villa. And, you know, for him making his scientific observations and actually doubling down and proving what Copernicus had proved earlier. What is it about science that Homo sapiens sapiens don't get? Shout out to the 66,000 people in the building. What is it? I know. Our brains aren't evolved to deal with the matters that science put in front of us. So actually, Homo sapiens sapiens get it. Honestly, let me hit y'all with the real quick. Watch this. Let me show you. Brain not evolved for this, not at all. So if I share I want to share the screen. Let me see. I want to do this. Look. Let me show you how your brain and your eye, your senses, man. It's a war. It's a war that you fighting against with your senses. Your senses will lie to you. This is why we can't get it. And then you get pseudos pushing that agenda. So right here, okay, one of my favorite websites. It's called DNA Discussion Project. I'm gonna drop this in here, right? And we had that discussion on race, and every now and then I like to break it out to show the point I'm making here. I understand why we don't do what we do and why we fight the way we fight. I got empathy for y'all. We all have the believing brain. That's the website right there. Go to that. So when you come back to the website, right, we want to deal with that sister right there to the left, Ashley, right? And you can look at Ashley with your eyes and you tell me what she looked like. You can look at Gina and you tell me who she is. You can look at Paige, you tell me who she is. And you look at Heather and you can all surmise with who y'all think they are, right? What race you think they are, if you follow that perspective. The good old-fashioned eyeball test. These women right here that you're looking at will have you thinking that there's something that they're not based off of what you see. So just imagine the conversations that we have based off of who the Egyptians are. That's the favorite one. The eyeball test, conscious community. You got the racist white supremacists early on with the scientific racism, all playing the eyeball test. Who is Heather? Who is Paige? Who is Jenna? Who is Ashley? Can you guess? Huh? Is this a European? Gina, put one in the chat. Is Paige a European? Put one in the chat. Put two in the chat. If Heather's a European, put three in the chat. 1, 2, 3, and put four in the chat if Ashley's a European. Let's play the game of our senses. Ashley, 4, Jenna 1, Paige 2, Heather 3. We're looking for the European here. Huh. Interesting. Call my man Scam Chase. Mr. Metro, I see you. Looking at Ashley. All right, put the numbers in there. Y'all done forgot that quick. Y'all memory lapse. Look, is Ashley a European? Yes or no? If you think she's predominantly European, put the damn 4 in there. All right. Okay. If you don't think she's predominantly European or African, right? Put 0 on there. All right. 4, if you think she's predominantly European, and let me do it like this. Put 40 if you think, yeah, I'm saying she's predominantly African. Let's hit the reset button. We're going to put 40 if you think she's African, and 4 if you think Ashley is predominantly European. 40. That ain't bad choice. Based off what I see, I go 40. I'm gonna hit the button and look and see it myself. Feed 54 Fum. Sanchez. Here we come. Cooking up something real nice for him. Mm-hmm. 40 European. Okay. Just let's deal strictly with Ashley with the 4. 4 if she predominantly European, 0 if she African. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to participate in this. Got 70,000 building, man. Appreciating the crowd, man. Shout out to the community of skeptics, man. Real black atheists, man. Love the people, love the following, man. And we doing our thing, man. Weird Earth, man. Debunking strange ideas about our planet. Sanchez cannot get past it. One book, Donald Prothero. Come on, man. I see you, Tuck. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think I already know what Heather is. Okay. We're going to run through real quick. This is the eyeball test. She's South African. I like that. Mr. Metro says Latin Americans tend to be, what the hell I got to do anything? Mr. Metro, if you've seen the test before, then we just tap out. So we got all African here. The Egyptians are African. The Egyptians are Mediterranean. The Egyptians are Middle Eastern, Levantian. The Egyptians are Black Americans. All right. All right. What's the difference between a real black atheist and a real white atheist? We'll save that question. I don't know if you're being smart or being funny, but what's the difference? Ethnicity, my man. That's the difference. I celebrate my blackness, and I do not subscribe to race. Once again, I celebrate my blackness, and I do not subscribe to the social construct of race, but I'm black and I'm proud. Now, if you can figure that out, then you can figure it out. If you can't, you can kiss my black beep. Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. We gonna drop that link in there in a minute, and y'all can ask what y'all want to ask, do like y'all want to do. I don't know what Kent at. I don't know where they at. I have no idea. I'm calling them out. Calling Kent. Calling Cedric. Where you at, Cedric? Calling Sosa. Where you at? Where they at? Talk to them all day. Where they at? Sirius B, where they at? Anthony, Space Age, where they at? Vance, driving the truck, where they at? Nah, I'm not just an atheist. Not just an atheist. A real black atheist. Oh, man. See, it's important for us to celebrate our differences, man. And along the way, we will recognize our similarities. But it's our differences that make us great. It's our shared identities. It's the trials and tribulations that we've been through as a group and overcame as a group. It's our wins and losses that we did as a group, like the quote unquote the Warriors. All right. Yeah, the Warriors basketball team. They play basketball, their team, yo, but they identify as the Warriors. The Lakers, they all basketball team, right? But at the end of the day, they identify themselves as a Laker. And they have a shared identity and a shared history. And that is important for them to celebrate that. Humans ain't no different. Humans, although humans are 99% the same, and there's no race, human beings, as they separate and divide and mutate and transform and develop culture in different parts of the world, right? It's important for them to celebrate their differences, to celebrate the different foods that they eat, to celebrate different cultural fairs, to celebrate the different ceremonies, burial practices. All these things can be culture specific. And you know it. So yes, we celebrate our blackness and we recognize that race is a social construct. We ain't doing the Adolf Hitler thing. We ain't thinking you better because your skin color. We ain't doing all that, right? We refuse to be nuts. So let's get to the answer for this. All right, let's see who Ashley really is. We're gonna click the thing. Bing, Ashley, personal story. All right, here you go. Haven't expected it. So she's 54% European, and so this particular DNA discussion project, what they do is they go around the world, they get groups of students in a room, and they all ask them their personal stories, and they ask them, so like, what are you? You know, like who did your family say you was? Right? And you know, you going with your family said you was and what the story was. And then you tell everybody. So watch this, haven't expected it to show that her ancestors were predominantly African. Instead, Ashley found that she was 54% European with about 16% of her ancestry having been Hispanic and 28% having been African from Africa. Just 28%. Man, who knew? The great eyeball test has failed. It say, I learned that a person is made up of more than just their appearance and that my people are multi-ethnic, says Ashley. It made me appreciate that what we have in common in our diverse backgrounds. See that? Bam, you'd have lost that. Put all your money, you'd have lost that. You can look in their face, got a little tattoo right there. That's like any African American, right? That shows the diversity in Homo sapiens sapien, though. You couldn't have guessed that. And so what I'm saying is your senses would have lied to you. You would have argued that down. You just say she's a Native American. You just say, yeah, she's a native this, she's a native. You'd have argued that down with the eyeball test. This is the same thing they do talking about the earth. Your senses, your eyes, your vision, your taste, your smell was evolved in the Stone Age. Wasn't made to tell a DNA marker. To the advent of tools and understanding and the mapping of the genetic genome in 2003, a tool in science is when we was able to figure that out. Prior to that, we relied on the eyeball test, and oh, how wrong we was. Here you go. Gina assumed most of our ancestors had lived in Europe. And aunt had traced Scottish and English descendants on her father's side to the Mayflower. Came on the Mayflower. And Jenna's maternal grandfather was originally from Italy. One member of her family, however, was not European. Her great-grandfather on her mother's side was Lebanese. My DNA results showed that close to 72% of my genetic code matched that of people who had come from the Middle East, says Jenna. So what seemed like a distant connection showed up in my DNA profile is pretty significant. There you go. Y'all to swear that was a European. Y'all have lost y'all money on that. Let's go to Heather. We're going to save Miss Page for last. One sec. Righty. Man, she 51%, 51.1% Native American. Y'all would have never guessed that one. Especially the Blackians, the Fakians. She more Native American than y'all ever will be. How is that? Based on what she's been told over the years, her family had to believe her parents' ancestry were from Germany and Ireland. Nothing, however, was known about her paternal grandmother, nor her maternal grandfather, who at age 60 learned he was adopted. My maternal grandfather had no knowledge of his side of the family, says Heather. But interestingly, my paternal grandmother, who never knew her father, always felt a connection to things Native American. When my DNA test showed up 50% resemblance to the Native Americans, I was somewhat surprised and very excited. How my parents and grandparents are very interested in finding out more about their genealogy. 51% Native American. Y'all would have never guessed that. Oh, she's not the real onesie. I can hear the Blackians now. Funny. Interesting. Page. 88.5 African. Man, y'all be like, she mixed. Man, she 88.5% African. Paige believed her DNA was simply confirmed that she was biracial. Had a conversation with somebody swearing that they knew what they look at a person. We can tell they biracial. We can tell. Yo, she 88.5% African American. My fault, African. Look, my mother is Caucasian, see, with blonde hair and blue eyes, and my father is African American, says Paige. I expected DNA results to show that I was 50% African American and 50% European, but instead I learned that I was over 88% African. She almost 90%, man. The eyeball test fails again. So we make these assertions and we make these comments and we make it off our eyes, looking at skin color, looking at hair texture, and we could be completely wrong. We look at the walls of Egypt making these assertions and we could be completely wrong on both sides. And it brings us to this. I don't know why, for the life of me, why Netflix, and I talked about this earlier. Look, Netflix. This is just a movie. Next docudrama series that depicted Cleopatra the seventh as a Black African has sparked controversy in Egypt. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why would they be mad at Cleopatra? Think about that, the seventh. Why would they care? That Netflix didn't even actually, Netflix just used actors. Okay? And the actor was actually mixed, which wouldn't have been a fair, which wouldn't have been a stretch, for what that area entailed about different groups actually mixing. That wouldn't have been a problem. But, Cleopatra was clearly part of the what? Ptolemy dynasty. You could just look that up. That's easy to figure that out. And who the Ptolemies was. Here you go, Ptolemies. Look, was the queen of the Ptolemy kingdom. Here you go, the Ptolemy kingdom. Okay, was an ancient Greek state based in Egypt. Was an ancient Greek state based in Egypt during the Hellenistic period. Simple as that. Look, it was founded in 305 BC by Ptolemy the Soter. We know the Soter means savior, okay? A companion to Alexander the Great. Well, what are we all mad about? Why is the Egyptians, if the Egyptians understand their history, they ain't tripping. They just laughing at Netflix. If the African American know their history, they ain't tripping. They know who the Ptolemies was. Why is everybody tripping? Because they're using the eyeball test. The Egyptians, they already wow. They can't stand somebody looking remotely Black because they think they got to figure it out with their senses. The African American is just mad because, they've been marginalized in telling their story. So they just mad and they got Egyptomania. Matter of fact, everybody got the damn bug and everybody just mad, but ain't nobody taking the time to say, wait a minute, Ptolemies is the ancient Greek state that was based in Egypt, ladies and gentlemen. What are we really talking about? Not a damn thing. Everybody's having fun, right? Yeah, we having fun. That was an easy one. Got 100,000 in the building, man. Appreciate that. Find it to be very interesting, man. Hey, man, somebody say Stupid said Paige Test is wrong. Paige Test is wrong. In order for her to be 88%, her mother would have to be there. Come on, Stupids, man. Knock it off, yo. Something wrong with you, yo. You funny. Yo, believe that though. Hey, Stupids. Look, man, you really own that. You really believe that, yo. Let me see. Deaf to the Experts, yo. Got that book. Where that book at? Man, you on this one. Hold on. Let me find it right there, man. Man, shout out to all the sponsors, man. Abs you wear, man. I can't believe. Hold on, let me drop the link. Let me drop the link. We all that. Let me drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link in the Discord first, like I said. Yeah, Stupid, you gotta stop, bro. You wild out, yo. Stupid is wild. I mean, wilding out. Then we're gonna dive to the FDA. Then we're gonna get on the quantum thing. I know Brendan wanted to talk about that. Hold on, let me put the link in there. All right, like I said, I put. Y'all say Stupid's on point, but that's the point, though. How the hell is Stupid's on point? How the hell did he ride by National Geographic and these people that go around the world and ask to do the test, and Stupid's on point from his damn house in the middle of cooking his damn dinner? That's the point I'm trying to make. We got at a certain point, yo, we gotta know we're not gonna make up that gap. At a certain point, yo, we either not comprehending or we just playing. Crazy. No way in the world. No way, bro. We're going to take his word. He ain't even set the people down. He couldn't even read the DNA test if he wanted to, but he's on point. How? How, Sway? And people would ask, I'm not saying Stupides would argue that, but people would actually argue that because they don't understand the science behind that. The same way people act like the earth is this and the earth is that. They acting like that and they playing. And the same reason why people use the word science, but don't know what the hell science look like if it was staring them right in front of their face. Crazy, man. Right. We don't need clear. Why would we need? Right. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think we really need Cleopatra to be black. Probe your descent. That's enough. Yeah, I don't know why we even be. Yeah. Nah, man, you don't understand DNA recombination and all that stupid. Stop. It's a piece you missing, Mr. Stupides. I'm not going to try, but you're definitely missing something there, bro. Take your time, man. Look up recombination, bro. See, we said this before on the show that. All right, I'm gonna drop the link. I gave everybody in the Discord a chance to come through. All right. So a person can be your genealogical ancestor, but not be your genetic ancestor. That's the answer. What's going on, Mr. Stupides? What it do, brother?
Big up, brother Unk. There's no way she can be 88% African if her description of her mother, Caucasian, blonde hair, blue eyes. In order for her to be 88% African, we surmise that you get half your DNA from your mother and half your DNA from your father. So her mother, her father's half was responsible for 50% of her Africanness. If her father was 100% African. So that leaves 38%. Since she received half from her mother, 38 times 2 would be 76%. Are you telling me that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Caucasian lady is 38 times 2, 76% African? Do the maths. And if you can beat the maths, no, I am arguing that that is wrong based on the maths.
Hey, Stupid.
You can't beat the maths.
Stupides. You know you're doing what everybody else do, though, right? You do get that part, right?
Yeah. What?
Right?
Is the maths wrong?
Listen.
Is the maths wrong?
No, Stupides. Why? Don't listen. This is how we gotta start. Don't actually jump to a conclusion like that. Just say it's something about it that you don't understand, because that's exactly what it is. And we're all susceptible to it. I just put up a credible site, credible organization, and what they do is they go around planet Earth and they have these discussions about who these people say they are and think they are, right? Then they take the DNA test and they come back a day later and they talk to people. So are you saying that they ain't have enough sense to correct their website for they put that on National Geographic, yo? Are you saying that the scientists there, I don't know if they're talking about, and you do, maybe it's the other way around, stupid. At a certain point, we got to start realizing that we just on YouTube, bro. We ain't went to no school for genetics. So I could make the same mistake as you, but I'm smart enough not to argue that. So maybe you should think about this before we get into it, because I have the answer for you, right? Maybe it's a mistake you're making is something you just don't understand. You get that, those two? Is that a viable answer?
No, it's not. No, you tell me the answer. How she becomes 88% African?
It's stupid. No, did you hear what I just said, though?
I heard what you just said.
What am I saying? What am I saying?
You are saying that you're saying that there must be some other explanation to explain how somebody.
I didn't say that. I said it's something that you don't understand.
I understand the math.
Doing a lot of arguing. Just say, is it a possibility that it's something you don't understand?
It's always a possibility, but what I understand is the maths. And until you can defeat the maths, it's the maths. 1 + 1 = 2 every time. Beat the math.
All right, man. You know how you have DNA testing that the numbers don't add up because it's not like that. You messed it up. So have you ever heard of recombination? So watch this. I want you to know that a person can be, right, your genealogical ancestor. Do you know what a genealogical ancestor is?
Yes, I understand what that is. That's a genealogical ancestor.
Is
a very, I understand it. It's a very old ancestor.
Explain it. No, it don't.
It's somebody. It's all right. You are saying that this white woman.
Stop. We're going to do it slow.
I don't understand. Or I don't understand it. Let's I don't understand it then.
Thank you. So genealogy, right? So like my great grandmother, right? She's in my genealogy. Like when you read the Bible, the genealogy and Isaac and Jacob, that's their genealogy. Okay. So I'm telling you that your great grandmother or your great grandmother or your great grandmother or your great great grandmother, right? Without your great great grandmother, your ass would not be here. That's your genealogical ancestor. But you don't necessarily have to get DNA. So a person can be your genealogical ancestor, right? But are not your genetic ancestor. Now, how could that be, Mr. Stu Pease? Did you hear what I just said? A person can be your genealogical ancestor, and without that person, your ass would not be here. But that same person that is your genealogical ancestor doesn't necessarily have to be your genetic ancestor. And that's the piece you're missing.
Okay. What happened? That can happen for females, especially because the Y chromosome, that's the Y chromosome.
Getting blocked.
Stop.
Explain that.
Okay.
Explain that to me.
I said that can happen for females. That can happen for females. It can happen for females.
No.
And for males because the Y chromosome. But the X chromosome is the X chromosome.
Nope, don't got nothing to do with none of that. Nope.
Well, what it has to do? No, explain 88%. I'll shut up my mouth until you explain that 88% for me.
I'm not. I want you to be part of. I want you to go learn. I want you to go figure out and come back and show us because you're an intelligent guy.
Wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Wrong. The basic.
I learned how not to argue with you.
Basic biology can say wrong. She cannot be 88% African. She cannot be. It's wrong. They can't. What they did was look on somebody DNA add it up. The math's wrong. The math's wrong. Right, the math's wrong.
So it's not like 100%. It ain't that, yo.
No,
you know that though, right? You know there's no such thing as 100% African, yo. What are you talking about?
No,
see,
no, I'm not saying. If you use ancestry.com and you use that same thing, it will not come up to 88%. She don't have 88% African.
Okay.
In order for she to have 88% African, her mother would have to be 76% African. I don't know, they make some mistake, but she's not 88% African.
Amen.
From a Caucasian mother. If they said 60%,
I know you ain't gonna say that, man. Sufi said, I know she ain't.
yes, a white, a blonde hair, blue eye Caucasian mother, I would give her 20%
Oh,
African,
man.
but I'm not
But
giving her
Sufi,
76% African. Yeah.
you know how DNA works when it comes to genetics, that it's not just a mother father thing, it goes way back. So all that got to be taken into account, bro. You know that's how it works. Come
All
on,
right.
man.
Question: when it's recombining, we get half of our genetic material from our mother and half of our genetic material from our father.
I think
From our
you're
father.
mixing it up for real, stupid.
Okay. If we get more than half of the
Man,
genetic
I'm gonna
material
beat you
from the
up with
mother.
this one, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling
No,
you.
I'm have to explain that because
You
no,
going
no.
to
Yo, you put the thing in the chat. Yo, you say your DNA. Look, boy. Go ahead, CPs. I'm listening. You
No,
got G.
she got more than
Got
half
G
from her
LeCompton.
father. She got more than half of her genetic material from her father.
Nah,
That's no.
man.
Then how is she
Says
88%?
you. Hold on. Wait.
Nah.
Says you, right? We know how many chromosomes we got.
Well, 46.
How many you get from your mother and father?
We get half from her mother, half from her father.
23, right? Actually 22, because one of them is the sex chromosome, right? Okay. What I'm telling you is just because you got those 23 chromosomes, right, don't mean that although it's coming from your mother, you can have other mixed in. That's why everybody's related, stupids. And I'm saying that a person can be your genealogical ancestor, but you get no genes from them, yo. That's what I'm saying, because of recombination, it's the shuffling of the genes. So the way those genes panned out and shuffled, right, it came up that way for her. That's it. You trying to add 88 and then the
And
90 and then 10 is
and
100%. You got it all wrong, yo. That's all I'm
and
saying.
that's guess what? If you and somebody related, even if we don't get a dominant gene from them that show, but it's still in it because we can
I
trace
think
our relationship to the
All right,
person.
man. I
So
ain't
what
arguing
you're
with you, man. You
saying,
funny.
that we don't get no genes from them, it's wrong
nah,
also.
Stupies, you're mixing up the
Okay,
genes and the
stupid.
chromosomes,
I'm
buddy.
with you, man. I'm with you,
You're
bro.
mixing up the
You out there
genes
in
and the
La La Land right now. You
chromosomes.
just having fun, man.
But hey,
Good for you.
I got a question for you, buddy.
What's the question?
So Gideon, you agree with that 88%?
Hey, I agree with the science, bro. Whatever the
All
science
right,
come out and
it's
say,
88%.
I
She's
can't, bro.
88%
Me,
African.
me
Okay.
over here. Look, me over here can't be over here arguing with the maths, bro. I can't argue with what came out.
Girl, I see you. Yeah, you over here arguing against science. That's what people do. You come on, man. You on the Pseudo Killas show. I'm not making. You can't even argue with me. I ain't come up with that. This
Right.
company did. This company right here, man. This is Wisconsin University, man. Westchester University, bro. You know what I'm saying? Won't you call them up? They got a phone number and all that. Look, check this out. Look, stupids, you don't got to argue with me. Look, you don't got to argue with me. Let me say this for you. Look, you don't got to argue with me, bro. Here. Yep, I see you, Kemet. Look, here you go. Look, why argue with me? Here you go, Look, request more information. There you go, look. Put your name in there if you want. You can go to the website. Interested in the full disclosure. Look, in the entry of the full disclosure, give you the privacy and all that. Okay, look, how to participate. Why don't you participate? Look at this, bro. This ain't no flim flam. These PhDs right here. You can actually email the PhD. Look, right here. We don't got to do this. We don't got to, you just proved my whole point. You can actually visit the campus, dog. Right? You can contact us. Listen, if I'm saying it's like it's a waste of energy for me and you right now. You're absolutely wrong. And I gave you one of the explanations, right? You didn't accept it, and that's fine. That's like talking to Sanchez. He doesn't accept that the earth, you know what I'm saying, that the size and shape of the earth is learned through geodesy. That it has been confirmed for over 2,000 years. But he's relying on his senses, like you. He's just wrong, and it's okay. I just had to learn, bro. Why don't you request some information? Get the website and request some information. Find more. Look. Find your information to succeed. Well, listen, man. I don't know what more to say. Right? We mad, cool. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying, let relax, bro. Like you're just wrong. Welcome to the DNA discussion project, bro. All right. And I'm saying all these people right here been through the project. Look at it. Got the DNA. I could play the video. The human genome. Who do we think we are? Yeah. So look, you just proved my point, bro. I can't believe you really. So now I just really can't argue with you no more because you just run past that. You don't even care. I get it now. You just like to argue.
No, I don't like to argue. The maths don't add up. The maths don't add up.
All right,
and you don't explain to me why. The math don't add up. The math don't add up. Okay?
Right,
you said the math. And I asked you to explain it to me that you can understand.
Did I say that? Did I say that?
I
or did the website? Did the website
right, can you explain to me how it adds 88%?
I just explained to you. That's not how DNA works off 100%.
Okay.
If you ever looked at your DNA profile, you had the percentage of this pen, and this shit don't add up to 100. Like you looking at it, wow. Yeah, where you get that from? You actually thinking they start from 100 and then make this, and that's not how it works, man. And then, you talked about the math, which don't add up like that. And then the point I wanted to bring to you was that recombination, that the genes get shuffled. So just because somebody got blonde eyed and blue, don't mean that particular gene is gonna manifest itself or going. My fault. Let me say this better. It's going to express itself. Doesn't mean that. And we can see that with this. If you look at this picture right here. All right. How did these genes express themselves? Right, with the two twins, how did these genes express themselves? It didn't express itself the way you would want it to. Look. Now, everybody's saying that the girl on the left look mixed. When? Not to me. Not with the gray eyes. She don't look mixed to me. Maybe the one on the twin on the right. And they sure as hell don't look like sisters to me. Just looking. Yeah, but they got the same mother and father. So obviously, genes that were being expressed, they don't express the way me and you want them to express themselves. These twin sisters make us rethink everything we know about race. This is a great article right there. There you go. They coming from the same womb. So yeah, man, y'all need to get this. Get this. Read the whole thing. Then come holler at me. April 2000. Great magazine. Great one. This particular is a great read. Everything you need to know about race, the social construct, the whole thing. It's a premium content right here. I'm telling you. Read that to help you get a better grasp. And out of that, you click to this website, and it's the DNA discussion project. And I think you should actually, instead of fighting, take your time and read it. We fight before we understand. And that's the problem with the conscious community, dog. Everybody got something to say and fighting, arguing. We arguing and disputing something that we're not even qualified to actually dispute. Crazy. But I'm not mad at you because you get it honest. Yeah, you just don't understand it, bro. What you want me to say? Yeah. And then you got Chaz, he's saying he don't know no better. He don't know no better neither. He's just talking to everybody talking. Yeah, it is what it is, though. I get it, right? You just don't want the lady to be. Come on, man. Don't add up. What you was adding up though? You gonna add up the 50, the 6? Hey, Stu Peas, what you trying to add up? What you want to add up? You want to add up to what? What you think you should add up to get the number you trying to get? What should it be, Stu
Well,
Peas?
the picture that you show of the twins, both of them are 50% African American, 50% European.
Because
Based
you
upon
say that.
right? I say that, right?
Yeah, you
No,
say that, right?
I say that also. I added up that genetically we get half our DNA from each of our parents,
Mm-hmm.
right? No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they get her, the mixed girl, to have 88% African DNA. No, she might, I don't know, you might say some DNA for the mother was turned off during the recombination to have her have 88%. But the maths don't add up. Because based on what I learned, you get half a DNA from the mother, half a DNA from the father. How it presents itself might be different for every individual. The presentation might be different. Some persons might come with blonde hair, blue eyes. Some person might come dark as SS Spade. The
All
presentation
right.
is not the problem. Is
So
the
you
is
so
the,
you
is the
cool with this?
addition?
You cool with
Hmm?
Ashley? So Ashley, you see that, right? Let's add it up. Let's play the game you want to play. Ashley, they say 54%. 54% European, right?
Right? That means that one of our
16%
direct
of our
parent is
ancestors have
European.
Hispanic. Hold on. Plus 16%. We're going to do it like you do it. That
Mhm.
equals 70. I already see it's going to be 2% short. Look, plus 28. What's that number, yo? That's 98. They ain't adding up. It's not adding up. Do you think they're trying to add it up like that? No, bro.
All right.
They give
If
you
you look
pieces of
at
her
it,
genetic profile, yo.
they give you they probably didn't give you all of it. You cannot assume that phone numbers was all the phone. It could be others that the phone. If anybody here do a DNA test, look at it. There's some majority of that they found,
Oh,
and they
my.
found some outliers all the while. But it cannot be less than 100%.
Yeah,
It
hey,
cannot be less
Jay,
than
who is he at?
100%.
Hey, James Modest, who you calling? Why are you in there talking like that, though, yo? Who you calling? Why would you say that, James Modest? What you doing, man? Y'all having fun, man. Stop calling each other names in there, man. Everybody relax and chill out. Where you at, Gullah? You want to say something, Gullah?
I'm waiting for him to say something.
What's good? What's good with it, man?
What's up?
I was
What's
gonna say,
going on,
first of
bro?
all, man, Greeks were no lily white ass people like that anyway. They were no fucking Germanic Nordic people, which I perceive in that they was like a swarthy skinned people. And a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you can see it even during the Greco period. They can see mummies with the paintings on there. You can see certain people
What
look
you jumping in
mixed
them?
with them.
You jumping? Where you at? We you ain't here? We was talking about just now.
Yeah, I'm in Biloxi, man. I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi right now, man.
No, we was talking
Uh,
about Stu P's messing up the DNA thing. What you talking about? You going
Well, I'm
back?
saying
Okay.
that's what
All
I'm
right, you
saying.
going back.
I'm saying you can get like you can even look at the little, the painted mummies and shit where they got the paintings and people look mixed and they could sometimes they dark, sometimes they white, and a lot of them be Greek speakers and all that shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They like when the Greeks came and took over, they did mix with the locals. I mean, a lot of people, even the Cleopatra, they don't know who her mother was. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them motherfuckers, they did mix with the locals. Some of the people was mixed with Persians and all type of stuff. Like even the lady that play her, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I don't think she would have been looking like that because they got the sculptures of how Cleopatra looked. But
Right.
but still, the Greeks, you know what I'm saying? You still would have had people, you know what I'm saying? Even Ptolemy's probably looking like that, being mixed with some of the locals, with them, you know what I'm saying? East African people.
But why can't we put right a mixed woman playing? They've been doing this shit forever. Ain't nobody cried about it. The Ten Commandments, all white people. The damn Hebrews wouldn't have looked that way. Ain't nobody
I
crying.
mean, I
Everybody
mean,
crying. That's funny to
I
me.
mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, and what's crazy to me, everybody crying now, but they shit, they had a black dude playing the motherfucking in Troy, shit,
Right.
playing
It's just
playing
come on, man.
Achilles and
Right.
shit.
Right. Straight black. I don't get it, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know, it is what it is, and it falls back on the discussion, right? That everybody is trying to use their senses instead of science to come across to put together the information. You know.
Yeah.
Lacan, Lee Lacan, what's up, man? G Lacan.
What it
What
do?
up?
What it do? What's up, Gully? I wasn't
going
throwing
on?
shots at you, homie. I was just messing with you in the back.
It's all good, man. I ain't know who you was. I ain't know who you was. Like, who the hell is G Lee dude? I ain't know who you.
Nah, I know you and your brother, man. You do good work in the community. I was just playing with you, though. So my question to you is, with this with this knowledge you bringing to the community right now. So now, are you saying that the phenotype, the way we look, right? That as dark as I am, right? You know, people who is as dark as myself may have like 60% European blood in them, 60%.
Right. All that shit you thought you knew, you don't know. You just you can't do it. And that's what that whole matter of fact, that's exactly what that whole the DNA discussion thing is about, actually. Yeah, that's a good one, yo. The DNA discussion project. And basically what they do is they go around the country, go around the world. They get students together, and students tell a story. They get in the room, they all tell a story, what they family said, where they came from. We all have these preconceived notions until we get a DNA test. Right. And that's where the rubber meets the road. So I'm saying, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what my response to that is, what happened?
I was just reading it to say that the humans was dinosaur.
Claim they ain't even dinosaur. Dude was a super pseudo.
Go ahead. Hey, come on, Neil deGrasse Tyson, yo, you threw me with that one. Yeah, that was crazy, yo.
So basically, so so are you saying the average human is going to come across this knowledge, right, and say that it's just we just have skin color, it doesn't matter? I mean, what is your
ethnicity was what matters, what actually matters, right? Like your shared culture, your custom, your traditions, your religion. You know what I'm saying? These things that you grew up on, your life experiences, right? That's important. But the color of your skin, that ain't important. That made them, they fought World War II over the color of the skin. Remember, the Germans said they got the master race, the eugenics and the master race. Blonde hair, blue eyes, that's the master race. Until they lined up for the 100-yard dash. Jesse Owens, black man, against the blonde, blue-eyed master race. And they said,
hold on now. But could it be could that during that period of time, do you think it was propaganda the American government was saying that Hitler wanted a blonde hair, blue eyes when he had black hair, and he married a woman who had red hair? So I don't think that Hitler even say that bullshit. I think they were just saying
had a master race. Man, it's written down. He did. Come on, yo.
That's
how crazy, because that's how crazy humans are. But that's how crazy humans are, though. That's the funny part.
Why he didn't marry a blonde hair, blue eyed woman?
I don't know. You gotta ask
what I'm
him.
saying. It could have been they've been like, white folks lied against other white folks, man.
Man, look, what you want me to go past encyclopedias, yo, and get the secret history, yo?
I don't want you to go that deep. I'm just saying that
right, come on,
using
yo.
your common
It
sense.
says what it says, man.
I know what it said, but I'm just saying using your common sense. It's
no,
like me
see,
saying I want to master race. Hold on. It's
sense.
like me saying I want to master race, right? A black race. Then I go marry some white woman.
The Germans thought they were superior, yo.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though? I'm not saying they did
I hear
not
what you're
think
saying.
that. I'm not saying they did not think that, but I don't think Hitler was trying to push a blonde hair, blue eye kind of concept.
I mean, he did, even though it's just how hypocritical humans are. Humans are wild, bro. Like, bro, it's a show. It's a show on Netflix right now called Chimp Empire. I gotta check that shit out, bro. It show how similar, like it show you the basics of us. Basically, when you look at chimps and shit, you looking in a mirror in the past, like the basic fundamentals of what's being human is, like they politics and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is wild, bro. Yeah.
Okay,
that's
I
a
hear
good point there, bro.
That
was just wow.
No,
hold on. We do it every day, though. Hold on. Listen, we got the Black Power, Superdy Black. Wilding out about vaccines. Just watch this. How evil white people are, how we don't trust the government, and then we'll go to the refrigerator and eat some food. It's the same thing. They don't even know they're doing it. Make a video, cuss me out, Mike, knowing that if I see you, I could potentially, let me stop it. Yes, the point is, I didn't say it. The point is, think about that. Let's pull up the FDA. Let me show you this. This is what humans do. We at times we're walking contradictions, bro. Ain't no way around it. Look, here you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
It's part of being human. You work on your contradictions, yo. Everybody, you ever coach the basketball team? All the damn kids think they can play, and all the kids' fathers and mothers think they can play.
Yeah, even
you be saying, are you watching the same game I'm watching? Did you just not see your son can't even catch the daggone ball?
Even with the vegan shit, motherfuckers say they vegan and all that. Motherfuckers using pesticides. You ain't gonna let no roach in your house. You gonna kill that roach.
Here you go. Look. Watch this. This Mike. Here go Mike. Wow. Food and Drug Administration. Don't nobody take. I refuse to even go to the real website. Look, just read this. Now, Mike lied. Mike talking about he worked for pharmaceutical. He worked for damn Rite Aid. Come on, man. Stop it. You made people think you work for the crazy. The United States is the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, is a federal agency. Sanchez would say that mean they agents. He would. He says agents, yo. Anyway, right. Wow. Look, of the Department of Health and Human Services. Listen, look, man, is a cabinet level executive branch department of the U.S. federal government created to protect the health of U.S. people and providing essential human services. So is Mike doing that? Is the fake Black Power organizations doing that? Nation of Islam and all of them. Is they doing that? Oh, let me read this again. Are they providing essential services to protect the health, right, of us by howling, screaming, eat some vegetables? We know we got to eat damn vegetables. Drink some water. We know we got to drink some damn water. Shit. We know we got to exercise. But it's more to it than that. The FDA is responsible for protecting and promoting public health through the control, right, and supervision. Look, y'all, of food safety tobacco products, caffeine products, dietary supplements, prescription, and over-the-counter pharmaceutical drug medication, vaccines. Come on, man. Pharmaceuticals. Did I say that right? I don't know. Ain't no, come on, man. Come on, man.
Biopharmaceuticals. So what's the point you're making?
Blood transfusions. What you mean the point? If you ain't caught the point, then you ain't then you on the other side of it. You getting ran over anyway. What's my point? My point is all of y'all that talk that googly gosh.
No, I'm saying I didn't catch the beginning of what you were saying. I caught the latter part of why you
So I'm gonna do it again. Article. You got people talking trash about the FDA, but have nothing to replace it with. We're talking about the walking contradiction in the statement. Talk crazy about vaccines and the FDA, but then they walk their butt to their refrigerator, allow their kids, their beautiful babies, to open up the refrigerator, right, and eat the food that's regulated by the same people that they saying trying to kill them with the vaccine. It'd be easier to poison your food.
I was just saying that
black
shit
people
right
shop in certain communities. Right? So you could just poison all the foods in the black community. It's cheaper. Why not just run and shoot people? It's cheaper to just shoot.
Exactly.
Listen, man. If you just want to kill black people, just run and kill. You can dress up like a Crip. Drive by and just start shooting black people, right? I got something better for you. Want to kill black people? Poison the food in their food markets where they shop at. All the McDonald's in black communities giving poison juice. If that's the case, slow death, right? It doesn't make any sense. Mike is a walking contradiction. And anybody that adhere to that is a walking contradiction. You can't talk about the FDA and don't have nothing to replace it for us, because it's definitely a need for infectious disease. Matter of fact, this is mind-boggling. And I'm gonna bring in, we got the official Pseudo Kill on here, right? Mind-boggling. More people die from food poisoning every year than ever die from vaccines. More people die from peanut aversion, being allergic to peanuts, than ever die from vaccines. But I don't see y'all banning peanuts in your house. Human beings are horrible at making these distinctions. Horrible.
Yeah, we need
of judging that risk reward. Mac, what's up, man?
Man, what's up? How y'all doing, man?
Yeah, we in the building, man. Pseudo Kill official, man. What's good, man?
Man, not too much. I apologize, man. I missed the meeting earlier, and I hadn't been on the show as much as I like, but I'm hoping it'll change as I move forward through school. But I did want to touch on a couple of things, man. One of the points that you made about humans contradicting themselves, another point is, how we mention or make the statement that we don't trust people, but then we'll go to a restaurant or a fast food store and actually purchase our food from people we know nothing about. And we'll eat it with a smile. Secondly, I think Stu Pease made the statement about DNA and how it couldn't be deflated DNA. I think that you may be mixing autosomal DNA with haplogroup. You do inherit both 50% of your DNA from both parents, but you do have autosomal DNA, which consists of those different egg mixtures. And what Unc was saying about having your genetic ancestry versus your actual ancestry, that you may not actually see the genetic material from some of your ancestors in your actual genetic test. So yes, you do receive 50% from each parent, but reading those autosomal DNA is where and why you get those percentages. So trying to understand this DNA conversation is pretty complex, and you really, really have to study it, because it's very easy to mess it up. You can have two brothers and sisters who have received both their DNA from the same parents, but have different autosomal results, and they could literally be from the same mother and father. It just depends on who contributed what in what areas of those particular chromosomes. It's a complex conversation. It's not for lay persons to just go around thinking they can jump in the conversation. But I personally, I invite it because it's a learning process. But with that said, I'm not an expert on that, but I do have some level of knowledge on it. So hopefully I'm able to help.
Appreciate that, bro. But I'm right about people dying from food poisoning more than they ever die from vaccines. Am I not correct in that?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You can just look at the numbers.
Without question.
I don't
Vaccine.
understand it.
You mentioned about the peanuts, and that's an important thing to remember too. Speaking of genetics, uh, eating certain foods, you know, shellfish or certain contrast dye. I mean, hell, even latex gloves, you know, in certain cases, can cause uh, as much harm as death. It just depends on that person's genetic makeup, their sensitivity to it, and whether or not they've been exposed to it multiple times. So yeah, peanuts. People herbs readily. You got to be careful with herbs. You can't take herbs. You can't take too many herbs, because some of it will have you bleeding out. So it's a science to it all, man. And I welcome everybody to study up.
Let me ask you a question, Unc. So it's 'cause I'm not 100% sure. Is it the FDA who when most foods get recalled, is it the FDA behind the scenes, making them put that recall out of certain foods? You know, a lot of times we have a lot of recalls on stuff. Do you think that's who that is behind the scenes making companies do that, or is it within the company itself?
I think it's in conjunction with both groups. When they figure out something wrong with the process, the FDA will come in and they shut it down, right? Companies themselves realize that certain things are tainted and they recall it. So it's
Hey,
go ahead.
I was gonna say this. Yeah, bro. Like it is. They
Can't hear you, yo. Can anybody hear him?
do audits on
Nah.
it. You
Nah,
know what I'm
like he
saying?
froze up.
Yeah, you froze up, yo.
Yeah, I
You
heard you. Yeah, I heard
outside.
that.
We
Yeah,
can
you
hear you. What's
low.
up? Can't hear you,
Yeah,
yo.
he froze up.
Is that
So
better?
yeah, man, you know
Yeah, it's better. Go
they
ahead.
recall foods, huh?
Is that better? Is that better,
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead. We talking
No,
about
I
the
was
recall
saying,
on the
yeah,
food right now.
I said the feds do audits and shit on certain shit. Like they do roundly audits on shit. And yeah, they behind all that shit. They get shut down. I used to work like even outside of food. Like FDA has shit that has to do with anything that goes in your body, bro. I used to make medical instruments. Like that was one of my jobs and shit. Medical instruments and implants that go on your foot and all that type of shit. Like we used to have to clean up certain shit around certain times of the year because we can get a random audit from the feds or the FDA. You know what I'm saying? They can shut all that shit down, man.
They shut it down. Don't let the feds come up in there,
It's like a
right?
fed
So
raid for real. It's like a fed. We had to have a meeting and everything. Like it was. I like damn. I said it felt like I'm with the cartel or something. These motherfuckers talking about some clean. How they had us cleaning up shit and make sure shit. Make sure motherfuckers don't get shut down and shit like damn.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
you can go to their website and actually look at the recalls. All right. Give you the company name and what they recalled and all that. Yeah. So I mean, but this is safety measures though. If we relied on the Nation of Islam, we be done. Think about that, yo. Rizza Islam and all the pseudos, yo. Imagine us waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? Think
Well,
about that, yo.
well, according to the Nation of Islam, don't they say grow your own food and raise your own food at the same time?
Man, stop. They talking, yo. Who the hell got time to farm? And then that's not a blade. That's not an inch of soil on planet Earth that does not have pesticides in it? I'm gonna say it again.
Damn, that's a heavy one
You
there,
can go
bro.
nowhere on planet Earth and find soil that doesn't have pesticides in it.
Damn, that's something to think about.
Sword.
That's something to think about, man. You think it's all polluted through the evaporation of the rain and all that? That's why you're saying that?
Everything is recycled, yeah. But without pesticides, humanity was done. How about that part?
It ain't nothing that we eat that ain't non-GMO. Everything is GMO. Like you got to plant. Like even the whole fucking the Neolithic revolution was fucking GMO. Like motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, cultivating. You had certain plants that we eat today you couldn't even eat back then. That shit would kill you. You had to genetically modify, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, breed out certain shit, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and be real biological with the plants and shit. But people was doing that in ancient times. Like motherfuckers talking about all this shit like, you know what I'm saying, you can't eat this and eat that because it's GMO shit. What shit? This the weed you smoke. You know what I'm saying? All this shit GMO is genetically modified. You got to breed shit. That's just science. Like plants are living things. You breathe things in, breathe things out.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's what I'm saying. It's a two-edged sword when 8.5 billion people on the planet Earth, man. A lot of insects.
Not to mention some of that stuff tastes bad as hell back in them days.
I mean, look, man, I understand it. You got to really read up on it. You know, you run around here thinking one way. Yeah, you know, that's not going to work. So you wouldn't have, you know, if you was a anti-pesticides, you wouldn't even be here. You know, like we was done. Yeah, we was done. The animals was over, the insects was overtaking the crops, bro. And that's real. Y'all can just look that up. So you want to keep the natural way they was naturally eating up your food. You got to support 8.5 billion people. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that
until
one.
they find a better way. I know you don't. Look it up.
They still are, bro, but they still are. You got places right now, there's certain crops that there are insects that eating them away, and you have to get regulated stuff to come get rid of them, bro. I kid you not.
No, I'm just saying I'm in the South, and I know people been growing their farms since I was a little kid, and they've been having their farms since the 30s and 40s, and they still being productive. That's why I'm saying.
No,
but you don't know what them people be doing, though, bro.
I understand the point you're making. No, I'm saying, but brother, these farms are still, you can drive up to them today. But I understand what he's saying overall. To much of humanity, yes, the soil is fucked up, and a lot of shit is just fucked up. I agree with that.
So you saying you know exactly what them people do with their farms and how they do their things over 30 years.
You don't.
Well, what I do understand is that these same people who've been having these farms are still producing product and selling it at the local farmers market. We got a farmers market here.
Okay.
And these people been going to these farmer markets setting up for years.
We don't gotta argue. I'm gonna ask you this question. Why we use pesticides? Pesticides are used to control various pests and disease carriers, such as mosquitoes. Do that farm have mosquitoes on it, bro? How about ticks? How about rats? How about mice? I think the farms that you're talking about have mice, rats, and ticks and mosquitoes, bro.
And flies.
And they have to have a way to control that. And these mice, ticks, and mosquitoes carry pathogens, obligate, intercellular pathogens. Now, if I'm making it up, I'm making it up. But I don't see a farm without mice, rats, and ticks, and mosquitoes.
Flies.
And flies.
And you know, flies fish on the dead. You know, flies
in the South, there's a natural balance. we have a natural balance in the South in certain areas. You got a heavy population of snakes, which control the rats. You have a heavy population of birds, which control mosquitoes and certain
Where in the
insects. So
South
a
do
lot of
you
times,
live, brother?
a lot of farmers down here don't suffer through those plagues.
Where in the South do you live,
Oh, you
brother?
made that up, yo. Come on, yo.
I'm in
Because
Alabama, man.
I'm in Florida. I'm deep.
Okay,
South
what's the
in here.
address? We're gonna look it up. Let me see. What farm? What's the
I'm
name
in
of the
Alabama,
farm? We're gonna
man.
see.
I'm in.
Black farmers in Alabama. You can just type that in.
Black farm. Okay, I got you. I
Wow.
got
In
you. We're gonna look it up.
I'm in Central Alabama. You can look it up. It's just, I mean, I ain't capping. I'm just telling you what it is.
You capping.
But what I'm saying
You
is,
just ain't never
in the
asked them.
South, you got a heavy population of snakes, which control rats. You got cats that control rats. All that. There's a heavy
So
population
now
of that
you
stuff,
got
bro.
wild cats.
Chickens.
Now you got 1,000 cats running outside. Stop it.
And what do you
The
have
cats.
that
Then the
control
cats
ticks
bring
that
another
the
problem,
ticks
yo.
got? Yeah, because the cats got ticks.
Right. All right, man. Come on, man. So now you run into the same problem humans ran into, yo. I ain't listen. I'm with you, yo. Listen, I swear I'm with you, yo. But you gonna run into this. So then you got 100,000. Yo, imagine having 100,000 cats trying to fight the snakes. I don't know, dog. You ain't got. So you gonna see? You got wild
Nah,
cats
man,
running around. You know how
we
wild
don't
it
need
is.
cats to. I'm saying there's
I'm
a
listening.
balance within the ecosystem. That's all I'm saying. It's a balance where things don't get out of control without the use of
No, listen.
pesticides.
In the ecosystem, yo, a big ass field of food ain't growing like that, yo. It's like, what's your favorite dish, yo? Kimmy, what's your favorite
What I'm
dish?
saying is,
No, let me ask the question.
what's
What's your
my
favorite
favorite?
dish?
Fish. Fish is my
Fish.
favorite dish, bro.
Yo, man, a
Fish.
whole pond full of your favorite fish right there, yo. You just gonna go eat it. So imagine mice and rats' favorite food just sitting out like that, all by itself. You know what I'm saying? All by itself. That ain't how shit grow in the wild, grow amongst other plants and all that, right? And you know, certain plants choke out other plants and they can't grow like that. But yo, a perfect field is what humans do, yo. It's like barbecue chicken for everybody, yo. And it draws the amount of oh man, I was watching something and the mice was just killing all the crops because there was a lot of flooding and stuff like that. I forget what I was watching this special, and they walk in the barn, yo, and all the mice, thousands of mice came out. It was crazy, yo. I mean, crazy, yo. All right, I'm a feed into the chat right now. I like it. Let me see. Somebody say, remember, Unc is always right. No, Unc ain't always right. Okay, not true. Unc, you wrong here. That's not a problem. So let's put it in here and show us how I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I'll educate me. Yeah, I don't mind being. I ain't gonna fight like Stupids and them do. And like Kimmon, he just made up a whole new farming system. Don't nobody know about. Of course, humans listen, and as humans have learned more, they try to introduce natural predators. For some of these, they do, right? They try to ease back on the pesticides because that's a problem too, right? So they try to introduce. You're right. They do try to introduce the natural predators.
Or make
Absolutely.
natural pesticides too. They actually try to do that.
Yeah. Yep. But for at the time when it was popping, look, man, I got a whole book on that, man. It's a great book. I gotta get the title for y'all to read, yo. How pesticides save humanity. It's a great book,
That's why
yo.
I say to a large extent. That's why I said to a large extent I do agree with you. They did have to introduce pesticides to maintain control within certain areas, and that's why I used went back to evaporation. Do you think it was because of evaporation that all that evaporating and all that through the chemicals? And that's why I said, yeah, okay, I agree with you that a lot of the earth is polluted, but there's still people out here that's doing it the natural way without the use of pesticides. Because it all depends on what you're growing.
Yeah, they're gonna eat the deer, yo. The deer gonna eat the food up, yo. You be hot. Deer are incredible, jumping over fences. You be like, how they jump that high, yo? Eating the food. Look, man, animals gonna eat the food, yo. before you get a chance. So they had to figure it out, yo. Yeah, they had to. Man, hit that link, man. Make sure y'all support the debate, man. Put the link in the, let me put the link in there, man. Y'all make sure y'all support that debate, man. All right. Pseudoisms, flat earth pseudoism. It's a pseudo call. Absolutely.
Can I ask you another question, man? I know I'll be asking a lot of questions, man. You gotta excuse me. That's just
man,
how I was
I
raised.
appreciate you, yo. Alabama farmers, I appreciate you. You funny as shit.
Yeah, feel me? Yeah, I'm stay connected. But what I want to say, what I want to ask is this, right? Do you think atheism is a Greek construct?
Yeah, for me, worked well for me.
Okay.
It gives me a profound respect for others' culture. Because I ain't looking.
Oh, go ahead.
Huh? Because once I realize it's a cultural expression of who people are, right? And the God is simply the worship of people's ancestors and their beliefs and their imagination and the cultural nuances, man. And then it just shows just how beautiful Homo sapiens are and how creative they are. And you just get a respect instead of being stuck thinking you got the God and everybody else is a pagan and everybody else is deficient and everybody going to hell. Yeah, once I understood human thought and how they think and wasn't afraid, right, to realize that they had us spooked out. Yeah, it's just better for my life, man. It gave me a good foundation. You know, we was raised to say we was Christian. I didn't raise my kids that way. I raised my kids to check it out. The basis of what I gave them was just scientific literacy. And I allowed them to make their choices. I didn't say you had to be nothing. You didn't have to be nothing in this house.
Well,
just don't get on my damn nerves about
I
it.
asked that.
Be whatever you want.
No, that's real. I respect that. The reason I asked that is because I was reading some work a couple years ago, and this guy was speaking about how when some of the Greeks, he didn't say all of them. He just said some of the Greeks, because they was all of them thought they was goddamn philosophers, which we all do. But he was saying how through his studies, it was showing that when it comes to the word atheism or no God, he was saying how the people in Greek was saying these people, you had a certain group of people, every war they fought, they lost that motherfucker. So they was like, these people must be atheists. They must not have no God because they lose every goddamn battle they fight. So he was explaining that's how some of the Greeks interpreted the word atheism. And I just wanted to get your take on that.
I never heard that before. You said because they ain't had their gods, they must be
right. So I thought that was kind of unique at the same time. So I'm like, that's crazy because I never heard it that way.
God ain't helping them. Their God ain't helping them.
Yeah, they God ain't helping them, so they got to be atheists. These people lose every goddamn war they fight.
Yeah, you're right. So the word, remember that it wasn't up. You weren't running around saying he was atheist, though, because they was locking you up. They was killing you. And it was and they called you an atheist because they felt like you was going against the state-sponsored religion. So if you tried to give a natural explanation for thunder and lightning, then they was like, wait a minute, Zeus did that. How dare you? So those early Greeks, they wasn't saying that they was atheists. They was just trying to give natural explanation for natural phenomenon, but it went against the state-sponsored religion, and they locked them up. They put them in prison. They enslaved them, right? They killed them. They murdered them. And these Greek philosophers, they was calling them naturalists. Remember that. So you go from Greek philosophy to naturalists. Let's back it up. You go from Kemet, Egypt. All right. We know that the Greeks studied in Egypt and they studied in Babylon. They was travelers, right? They pick up things here, they pick up things there, right? Not just Egypt. The Black Owls will say just Egypt. No, they traveled around. You can look at source material, okay? And so by the time they come back and they bring this different information back into Greece, okay, which was on a higher level than Greece, which it should have been because the cultures was older, okay? And they just, they was trying to give these explanations. They bringing in different things and they learning like all human beings doing. And the culture that they going into was not fit, wasn't ready for that type of information yet. And so they killed him. You going against the state, right? And so Aristotle, Plato's and them, right? They was like, man, I'm not an atheist, right? I think it's Aristotle. You can read the trial. He's either Aristotle or Plato. Not Plato, it's Aristotle. Yeah, he was like, man, I'm not a, but they were saying they teaching the kids wild information. You can just look it up. It's all available information. It's the wildest story ever. And then you get the Christians calling Muslims atheists and the atheists calling Muslims. No, and my fault. You got the Christians calling the Muslims atheists and the Muslims calling the Christians atheists. Wild, wild west. The way we use it today is different. Right? The way we use it today, we say we don't believe in no God. We don't believe in your God. It's simple. And most people make that, it's not a religion, but they'll say it, right? It's not none of that. It's a stance that we waiting for you to prove your God. It's a stance. That's it. So, I mean, in our community, it's like a black mark against you because we was taught that we was the most religious, and how else can we change our situation without the great God? And people are spooked out. People doing good in their life. Why would they change? Why would they change their God? No matter how Christian it is. So I get it. I'm just saying we do ourselves an injustice when we don't start with science, right? Because if the kid asks you a question on daddy, what's going on with the sun? How did transpire? And you ain't talking about the nebula, right? And the accretion disk, you ain't talking about that, right? And the hypothesis of how the sun came out of that, proto-suns. You ain't talking about that and how fusion occurred. You ain't talking about that with the sun, then you lying to your kid. You say God made the sun, you lying. Go to church and ask the preacher where the sun come from. That's wild. So things that are natural, science is the tool that human beings develop so that you can get it, right? Beliefs is what humans develop so that they can believe, right? So they can deify things. So they're in an environment early on, surrounded. You surrounded. Boo, you jumping. So to deal with that environment, you believe that everything is trying to kill you. Humans will never make the mistake in calling a human a shadow, but would always make the mistake in calling a shadow a human. It's the way we wired. Right? You better off in the green Sahara believing than not. Everything potentially can kill you. Everything. Until you learn. And then we start to get more, we started to manage our environment more. We started to develop more tools. We learned more about it. So now we're not trying to feed the gods as much, right? Gods are mad. Remember, it was the gods first. The gods are mad. That's why the earthquake wiped us out. Earthquake. God got feed the gods. We didn't give them enough sacrifices. This is how people thought. Now, we're not there. You ain't sacrificed no people, but you do got people think when their life ain't going right, you start going, man, I got to get my life right. I'm going to go to church. The same type of thing. You just go to prison if you try to sacrifice him, but you sacrifice it depending on where you at. You sacrificing some animals for good fortune. But this is all part of our belief. So being an atheist, man, is a stance. It's part of the human condition, and everybody just don't believe. And it's just that you would lose your life in the ancient world for that. It's on record. I could pull it up. Ostracized. If you don't believe, we have, we getting ostracized now, right? Right now, people do that to us. Like this whole thing, people be thinking I'm crazy as hell in the conscious community. Because I kicked the atheist thing from day one. Oh, you got the white boy thing. From day one, last 15 years, oh, you did. Like, come on, man. I ain't even messing with y'all about y'all religion these days. I just get you when you try to cross it over. Like Sanchez is giving y'all religion. Right? So I got to deal with that firsthand with the power of science. But I don't care what God you pray to. Most of y'all, the conscious community, have made up your own gods. Shout out to the community of skeptics, real black atheism. Yeah, y'all done switched it up and don't want to be Christians, don't want to be Muslims. Y'all got your own gods now. Now y'all have developed and made up your own gods. That's dope.
That's real. You ought to check out this book. It's called Classic Myths. You ever heard of that?
Nope.
Yeah, it's called Classic Myths by Gailey. Gayley, Gayley. It go into a lot of the Greek mythos and a whole bunch of other stuff, man. I think it'll be a good book for your collection, man. You can grab a hold of it.
Okay. What's up, Sean? What's good?
What's up with it, Uncle Bobby? Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm in the gang, man. You know what it is, man. What's on your mind, brother? Good to have you here, man. Like and subscribe, man, to the brother channel, man. Where can they find you at?
Man, follow me on YouTube at Super Wavy Shunny, man. That's my artist page. You go over to the live. We got the lives. Man, I had an interview Uncle Bobby, man, I want to say about a year and a half ago, man, on the vaccines. So, man, support the channel. Jump in that Cash App. Hey, man, App Jewell, all that shit, man. Uncle Bobby, man, Pseudo Killas.
Appreciate you, brother. What's on your mind, man? Talk to us.
Man, I'm riding with you, man. You know, I'm your hit man tonight. So anybody jump out of line, man, just let me get them.
I got you. I got you. We right here in the game, man. Right here in the game, man. Amanda, what's up, man? What's going on, bro? What's on your mind, man? Talk to us.
Yo, peace, man. What's up?
Hey, you know we cracking them.
yeah, for real. Yo, peace to the show, peace to the panel, peace to the chat. Yeah, I already know. Yo, I just hop on still. I heard you talking about like the fear that's like instilling in humans. That's where I got on.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a real thing. So I always try to like teach my son, you know, like the most natural instinct that a human being have is fear. You know, that is why we jump for every little sound. You know, we're always wondering what's around the corner. You know, we just said like most of these religion, most of these superstition, they evolve out a natural instinct to survive. You know, but what I was thinking about the other day is like the thing that we just realized what the root of all this fear is. Not a single root, but one of the biggest branch, which is the microscopic world. And that part we didn't get to understand or even realize until most recent, when we start developing like technology. But we have an idea of that before, to say the microscope, but philosophers in those times couldn't really put their finger on it. They couldn't pinpoint the problem to say. So they would have all these wild theory as to what causing all these diseases, like, you know, why people dying like in a city, like in mass. but some of them knew it has to be something natural. I'm not talking about the superstitious priest and those ones who think it has to do with demons or someone was cursed, but philosophers in those times, which, for lack of a better term, we could call them the scientists, they were trying to find the root of it, but they couldn't pinpoint it because they didn't have any idea of what a virus is. They didn't really have any idea of the microscopic world. Viruses, bacteria, like they knew about fungus, but that's as far as most of their knowledge goes, you know. But when we find out about the virus, then we realize that the fear is actually real, but it's not that we can't really see it, but it's there. And it's nothing supernatural. It's something natural, something that we actually evolve with, something that we've been fighting from billions of years ago, from the beginning of life. You know, the cell been in. It's like a fight, and sometimes it's a relationship. It's a balance, and it's a fight. It's just which virus you're in contact with. You know, there's some virus that evolved with us. We could call them friendly. You know, they actually helped us, like with our digestive system in mammals, with the placenta in mammals. You know, those are biological evolution that we have to contribute to viruses. But there are other viruses that evolve to kill us, you know, or maybe we evolve away from them. And now when we come back in contact with them, we don't have a symbiotic relationship anymore. It's now like, you know, it's a parasitic relationship because they're really not trying to kill us because we are their host. They're trying to live off us, and they doing so diminish our life. So they're you know, because if virus kill, it's like this. Virus is not sorry to be taken up. If I'm going off too long, you know, I could be long-winded. Just let me know. Cut me off anytime. Shut the plane
You
down.
know I will. You know I will. But go ahead. You're on point. You're rocking. Go ahead.
Yeah, just shoot this plane down because I have no landing gears. so
I like that. Yo said you shoot the plane down. I have no landing gear. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so viruses are neither alive nor dead, but organic, living organisms are alive. Cells, the cells, the eukaryote, the prokaryote, bacteria, fungus, plants, and animals are alive. The virus is not alive. However, the virus is made up of organic matter, so much so that it can even mimic life, so much so that it contains one of the main ingredient or the main plug to life itself, which is the RNA, which from the RNA you get the DNA, which sparks the whole life within the cell, the nucleus. The virus itself does not have the DNA. It's like a protein with the RNA, which is in a dormant state. And they are more abundant, like literally 1 billion times more abundant than all the prokaryote, eukaryote, plants, and animal cells put together. You have more viruses. And there's an explanation. Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
So I see you keep using the word everything that's living. So would you agree that everything that's living is dealing with light?
No.
What?
It's not?
Huh?
No. Everything
you can go to the bottom of the ocean. Ain't no sunlight down there. You got
exactly.
light.
Well, it's still a form of what we would call whether it's in a whatever stage of light it is, whether it's photon or whatever, it's still dealing with light. Would you agree at the end of the day?
Nah, I don't know what the hell you talking about now. You sound like a flat earth.
No.
No.
There
No,
There are
light, man.
places
I'm just
on
saying, light.
planet
What
Earth
we would
that
call
gets
intelligence.
there,
Intelligence,
there,
right?
there, there are organic life that has nothing to do with photonic light. There are
all
organic
right,
life
look,
that
we're gonna freeze right there. Look,
No. So you
man.
said spark, right?
Hold on, freeze.
no,
Freeze.
when
Everybody
spark
freeze. Freeze. Look, man, the household HOK, man. This the big leagues present, man. Globe Earth versus Flat Earth. Is gravity real? Saturday, May the 13th, 2023. Tickets $30, man. Y'all go and hit that link, man. Go and get your tickets early, man. Go ahead and support, right? Support those who support you. Go ahead and pick a side. I'm letting you know right now the science is undefeated. I ain't never lost to none of these pseudos. And it's based off the level of your understanding of the earth and the science that we use to get to it. Based off of that, you'll make your choice. You don't got to worry about me worrying about you saying I lost. Because we live on a planet that changes shape and size over 4.2 billion years. Back to our regular scheduled programming. Go ahead, brother.
real nice. We already know you can't lose that one, Unc. It's not impossible, but for me, it's not plausible for you to lose that. Not on this globe, not on this globe Earth that we live on.
Nah, we didn't want to. Yeah, come on, man.
This evening when I was coming home with the kids, I tried to let my wife listen to Sanchez. She made it through 2 minutes and then she said, shut that off. She can't take the nonsense. She listened to Reggie. She listened to you, Senator, all the time. She thinks Dr. Reggie is very intelligent. She always thinks Dr. Reggie is a very intelligent guy. She made it through
big up
2
to Mr.
minutes
P.
of Senator. Not Sonny, 2 minutes of Sanchez. And she says, no, this dude sound like my drunken uncle. Shut it off. That's real. Yeah, yo. But yo, when it comes to life, first of
Hold
all,
on
you
for a
need
minute. What'd you see? Oh, man, that's done. That's Babylon. That's Babylon done. Shout out to Babylon done. It's not safe over here for you, Babylon done. It's not safe. No, it's not. It's not safe.
Life and life is not the same.
Hey,
yeah.
When it comes to life, brother,
but
all right, man.
I got a question though.
What's the question?
The land of Punt. Yes. Why you think the Egyptian called that land the land of the gods?
Nature. Could have been a lot of resources there. Nature could also mean like nature resources. Could have been a lot of stuff. Utria. They say it was Utria. They found the isotopes inside baboons that come from that area that they found mummified in Egypt. So they think that's where the land of Punta is, Utria.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
A lot of resources. You see, they used to go there ships for the resources they brought back. Serious. Yeah.
And so it doesn't mean that they had. So you don't think it's because that's where they got their original gods from?
I don't know about that part. That's stretching. I don't like to stretch.
Am I okay? I'm stressing.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like the land of the gods. You know, people I don't know. I'm thinking just big land of the nature. Yep.
Yeah,
that's a question for Brother Reggie. I don't know.
I would bring that back to the natural resource, because if they depict their natures to be of nature, then it makes sense that the land of the god is the land with the more natural resources at that time.
Okay. All right.
You ain't never without the resources, man. Yeah, man. So look, man, make sure y'all go ahead and support, man. Man, if you had it, man, feel lucky, man. Go ahead and hit that Cash App, man. Yeah, we ain't staying too long, man. I appreciate everybody came through. I see you, Reg. I might let you die on here for a second. Yeah, we ain't staying all night. Get out here early, man. Get some sleep, man. Get some rest, man.
I got a question.
I'm listening.
Yeah, that brother, he dodged my question, but I understand the dodge, bro.
I never understood your question. You mixed up light with intelligence. Is that what you were saying?
Keep going.
Nah,
Yeah, that's Pseudo
he was talking about living things and all that, and I was asking him at the end of the day, can we agree that all living organisms deal with light, what we would consider light, whether it's in a photon stage or whatever?
No. Me can agree upon that. No.
Okay, so what you're saying? So
I'm saying that you got some caves with fish that don't even have no eyes because they never seen light, and they the zebra fish, right? They white strike. They never seen light, never none of that. So there's places on Earth that they don't have no light and life flourishes. So it's not about the light. That's a biblical spiritual term. The light. God brought the light to the world.
What I'm saying, it's been proven. I'm saying it's been proven that inside of atoms and molecules and stuff, right? Light is in the form of what we call photons, which exchange informations within particles. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about.
Light don't inform.
Yeah, we get that from. Hold on. One sec. We don't got argue. Go ahead, yo. That's deep, yo. Give us the source so we can read that. Where you get that from?
Well, it was a scientist, I think named James. He was from England, named James Maxwell. He broke down a theory about how connecting electricity and magnetism into one mode, which would describe light as electromagnetic phenomenon.
What?
That's not true either.
James Maxwell's did what?
James Maxwell from England, yeah.
Oh man, you say anything. God damn. James Maxwell.
Nah, bro, this is solid information.
No, man, stop. You ain't brought solid information yet. You try though. What is he? He's a what? What kind of scientist is he? I'm typing it in. We'll look it up and see where you at.
Well, just all you gotta do is look up James Maxwell. He's from England, but he described the phenomenon, about atoms and molecules and things like that within the body.
What kind of scientist is he, man?
Anything.
Bro,
I can't remember.
No neon lights going off inside your cells.
Yeah, you got stop.
Well, just look up the information, bro. I didn't make it up. I mean, I'm just saying.
All right.
Listen, scientists speak sometimes and you don't understand, because if I tell you that you burn carbohydrate, it doesn't really mean that there is a fire inside your cell. But burning is the same thing. That man shit, man. You can burn a piece of bread with fire.
Hold on, let's stop. They freeze. Everybody freeze. So what about James Clerk Maxwell? You saying he did what?
He said that light.
Well, basically, he was talking about the. Basically, it boils down to the inner working of an atom, right? And they were just saying how through these different particles and through electromagnetism and things like this, which takes the form of photon, which is the force behind a lot of these things working. That's basically what he was saying.
All right, so here it says, was a Scottish mathematician and scientist responsible for the classical theory of electromagnetic radiation, which was the first theory to describe electricity, magnetism, and light as different manifestations of the same phenomenon. Maxwell's equations for electromagnetism have been called the second great unification in physics, where the first one had been raised by Isaac Newton. With the publication of the dynamical theory of electromagnetism field in 1865, Maxwell demonstrated that electric and magnetic fields travel through space as waves moving at the speed of light. He proposed that light is the undulation in the same medium that is the cause of electric and magnetic phenomenon. The unification of light and electrical phenomenon led to his prediction. This is a prediction now. This means the dude was serious. Science has prediction powers, prediction of the existence of radio waves. Okay, man, look. Maxwell is also regarded as the founder of modern field of electrical engineering. Man, why you do that, man? Where is the whole cells and where's that at? Why'd you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Man, look. I cannot believe. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look, man. We ain't look, man. I just look, man. You gotta stop it. We gotta stop.
It talks about the phenomenon of different particles in the body.
We didn't talk about that.
Man, that man ain't say nothing about no body particles. Hey, Greg, you was
Yes, sir. Yes.
What's good?
Hey, no, what's good? I just wanted to chime in about. Somebody got some music in the background?
Yeah, you know it's that music.
Okay, they're not gonna give you a strike?
No, nigga, that's my nephew.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, he's banging. Oh, man. All right. So on the issue of the nature, right? It's always this timid stuff leaking in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone would have to give me a definition from the ancient Egyptians of what a netter is. We know that Europeans called them gods, but that's not necessarily what the ancient Egyptians called the netters, right?
Correct.
So they seem to have properties in nature. So if someone could show me a definition of netter, right? And we have tools now, and you're gonna find out during Unc's debate how we look at information now. So to the good brother, don't be listening to the Comedics. And don't be listening to the Europeans. Netters are not necessarily gods. They might be divine principles. Okay, I'll stop.
Hey, man, look, make sure y'all support that debate, man, on the 13th of May, man. We're going to be in the building, 7 o'clock, man. It's going down, man. Science versus pseudoscience. Y'all know what it is, man. Is the earth flat or round? Is gravity real? Why would somebody take that debate? Look, man, appreciate all the pseudo killers, man. Everybody come through, man. Appreciate all the audience, man. Look, we in the building, man. Hey, Super Wavy, man. Appreciate you, bub. Appreciate you, Black Gillian. Mac, I see you, man. Pseudo Killer Official, Modern Kemet with the farmland. Stu Peas, you wild. Look, man, we did our thing tonight, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Beautiful show, man. Timmy Turner, man. Anonymous Preem. Man, Sosa, I see you, man. King Sosa, man. Appreciate you, man. See you, Marcus, man. Everybody, man, that building, man. That ain't nothing but love, man. But that, man, look, we out.
Call it Kimmy Cakes. Hey. Drama, yeah. Thought you already knew that, ay. Why you gotta do that, ay? Don't switch it up, thought you understood that, ay. Coming from the bottom, very bottom, yeah, yeah. Fam, I thought you knew that, ay. Fam, I'm on the come up, yeah. No be geeking, I ain't built like that. Shorty, if you hang up in my face, why I'ma dial you back. Had to run this shit a double time like a running back, ayy, ayy. Tryna put things in my life in another sequence. I've been dealing with a lot and it's too tough to mention, but I feel a little better with the Smith & Wesson. It's a long, dark road if you don't have a weapon. Watching everywhere I step, facilitate these blessings. Gotta keep my eyes peeled for the misdirection, in the form of a favor or a loved one. I know you got trauma in your past that you can't run from, and it shows in every single action that you make, love. That ain't what up, love, nah. You be tweaking, you be geeking, I ain't built like that. Shorty, if you hang up in my face, why I'ma dial you back, no. I don't like the drama, yeah. Thought you already knew that, ayy. Why you gotta do that, ayy? Don't switch it up, thought you understood that, ayy. Coming from the bottom, very bottom, yeah, yeah. Fam, I thought you knew that, ayy. Fam, I'm on the come up, yeah. No need to fake it, Charlie never loved us, no. Say, why you gotta do that? Say, you ain't gotta do that, no. Why you gotta do that? No, you ain't gotta do that.